Hi everybody, Russ and the Western Network. Hope you are all safe and well, if not bloody cold in the UK. Oh, got my jumper on. That's when you know it's cold when Rusty B's got his jumper on. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new around here, over 50% of you who are watching now aren't subscribers. So if you could subscribe, that would be great. Thank you, much appreciated. Thank you very much. Or follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or the TikTok. When you're doing all your dances, you can watch us talking about West Ham as well. Also, in association, Hammers Headlines Association with the KUMB.com boys. Check out the forum. Lots of news. Danny Ings impending transfer. Moffy potentially thinking about whether he wants to join or not. No transfer ins news today in Hammers Headlines. I did all of that in the lunchtime shows. Check that out. But today we're just talking about outs. And not just one, not just two, not just three, but four potentially. Let's crack on. Let's crack on with the first one. So according to reports, several reports from Wolves, that's it, sort myself out, Wolves-related media, they have submitted an official inquiry and an official offer as well, apparently, for Michail Antonio. Famously, not famously, but on Friday in the press conference, Moisey was asked about Antonio, and he said, I don't know where that's got legs from. He's still got 2 years left in his contract, yada, yada, yada. Well, apparently yesterday, Wolves made their intentions clear. What is the fascination with Antonio at the moment? I think people have been watching like Dave reruns of Antonio from about 2 years ago, like they do with Only Fools and Horses. Because for me, he's just lethargic. I don't know. I don't see what the fascination is about him. But yeah, according to The Athletic, they reported that Wolves have actually made an official inquiry. They'd like to sign him on loan for the rest of the season. West Ham are open to selling him, which could suggest this flurry, the quickness of the Danny Ings transfer. That may be something to do with Gianluca Scamacca, who apparently is out for up to a month, and maybe the fact that I think Darmesh on Sky Sports said that if the Moffy deal comes through, they're going to get both in. Does that mean that 2 in, 2 out? Plus with Gianluca, when he comes back from injury, Antonio will be fourth choice. West Ham are open to selling him, but their position on loaning him out is unclear. I'll be surprised they do. To be honest, there's no point loaning him out, in my opinion. You might as well keep him on the bench, particularly if you're going to send him to a relegation rival. You need to get money for him. I'd say a loan deal isn't the right deal. He spoke in the Athletic saying basically he's open. I'm someone who wants to play games. I'm never going to settle for coming off the bench and being involved that way. That's something that's driven me to where I am now. I'm not really about the rotation thing. If I'm fit, I want to play. It's the gaffer's decision, but I'm always going to let him know that I want to play, which is a complete, not role reversal, but he was saying, before the signing of Scamacca, he was saying, I want competition. I don't want to be the first, I need my pace, my merit, stuff. As soon as he's turned up, don't like it. He's not the main man now. But, apparently Chelsea were looking at him, went in for a loan offer, which was rejected. Everton have put feelers out for him. And Wolves were talking about him, but then apparently have put in an official inquiry bid. We'll wait and see what happens with that. Another person that we know is likely to be out the door is Craig Dawson. He's probably unlikely to be seeing a West Ham shirt maybe ever again, possibly. He didn't play against in the loss against Wolves on Saturday at Molineux, and Moyes didn't really give an explanation. The thought was because he was signing for Wolves, it was like potentially a gentleman's agreement, akin to when Snodgrass moved to West Brom from West Ham, and his first game was West Brom. But 5 days on, he's still a West Ham player. But according to Clarence Hugh, they can reveal the central defender is not training at Rush Green, given his personal circumstances. He's staying at home up north and hoping to get a move to Wolves imminently. So kind of on strike. We're paying him. He's not out. He's not on his place of work. He's up there. Is that a strike? I don't know. But anyway, apparently Wolves have offered a fee of £3 million for him, which we know from Moisey was turned down. It wasn't accepted. West Ham apparently looking for something close to £7 million, which we almost doubled our money for Craig Dawson. And if we sell Antonio for like 7 million, or I'd say 10 million, we made money on Antonio as well. But Dawson's out of contract in the summer. Obviously we were There was talk last time of him going to Wolves, and then the deal for Bednack fell through, and he went to Villa. And Kletekar and loads of others. We couldn't get a replacement, so a gentleman's agreement was put in place that he would be allowed to leave, and that hasn't been the case just yet. So we know Dawson's keen to move back up north to be with his family and stop the commute to London, which I totally understand. I'm exactly the same with my daughter. It's not a criticism on him at all, but not play. Not. I mean, again, we don't know. We don't know the reasonings why. Maybe he's been allowed to stay up there by the club, but not doesn't make happy reading, does it? And that's alongside some potential managerial or backroom staff outs as well. It's been reported in the Telegraph that Kevin Nolan, a pivotal role in our backroom staff since Moisey took over in 2019, is being linked heavily with the Portsmouth job. Danny Cowley, a West Ham fan actually, was sacked last week, and the shortlist of potential replacements for him includes Kevin Nolan, the 40-year-old assistant coach. I don't really know what his role officially is, but we know he clocked up over 140 appearances for West Ham, scored something like 30 odd Premier League goals. Vital figure in Moyes' backroom staff. The sort of very much. I mean, who's going to hold the iPad? That's the question. No one's asked. Who's going to open? They probably get a holder. He's got those iPad holders. He could put it on his knee, couldn't he? I've seen them ones. I've seen them on Amazon. But yeah, he's been pivotal. In terms of between the players and the manager. They're, with the likes of Irving going, Alan Irvine, with the likes of Stuart Pearce going, Nolan's been sort of a steady presence in that backroom staff as well as Phelan as well. Obviously, McGinley's come in to replace Alan Irvine, another replacement. Mark Warburton, we're going to talk about in a bit. Interesting, obviously, this is all coming out. With Moyes' his boss's position at the club, West Ham, in jeopardy. And if he goes, the chances are his backroom staff will go because a new manager will come in and bring their own backroom staff. Maybe he's looking for his options already. And maybe he'll take this as an opportunity too good to lose. I mean, he's unlikely to get a progression with the West Ham job. There'll be a experienced firefighter would come in, I'd imagine, for at least 6 months. And, he deserves the opportunity to progress his career. Portsmouth was a sleeping giant, some may say. Obviously, he was playing manager back in 2018 with Notts County. Notts County, Nottingham, Notts County. And they sacked him after a 6-game winless streak. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Sounds familiar. And so we'll see what happens with that. There's plenty of others' names. I think Lee Bowyer's been linked to it as well, former West Ham player as well. So we shall see who they go for. And Finalamon. So we've talked about Nolan. We'll talk about one of the other people in the backroom staff. Mark Warburton, apparently he's being linked heavily with the Blackpool job. So with Nolan being linked with a job out of the club, with Warburton being linked with a job out of the club, it's all a bit weird, isn't it? Would the last person who leaves the London Stadium please switch the light off? It seems at the moment, probably me. I'm always bloody there at the end, and 4 hours beforehand anyway. But so we'll see what happens there. But it's interesting, obviously. These guys, the Warburtons of this world, they know football. They know how it works. When a new manager, his job is a bit tenuous. If a manager's let go, then obviously the staff, the backroom staff, tends to be let go as well. Very rarely, maybe one or two, maybe retained, maybe the fitness coaches and whatnot, but not necessarily the assistant managers, assistant coaches and stuff like that. So it may be a coincidence that they're both being linked with jobs out of the club. Potentially. And that's it, my friends. As I said, loads of stuff going on. There'll be loads of news and rumours and stuff coming up for the next couple of days at least. Going into Everton game on Saturday, and then post the Everton game on Saturday, what's going to happen there. And then we've only got the best part of a week and a bit left of the transfer window. So make sure you keep in contact with us at the West Ham Network, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Make sure you give us a follow. And as I said, if you're new around here, please subscribe. Be great. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Let me know what you think about the mass exodus that's happening at West Ham. But maybe some ins for Ings. Maybe some Ings are coming in for Ings. Yeah. Anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy, stay humble, keep the faith, come on you irons, guys, and see you guys very, very soon. Ta-ta for now, my friends. Bye-bye.